obviously, the Bears blew this one. And Stephen A. Smith, I must say, you got doubly lucky yesterday because your bad man, Aaron Rodgers, did return from his broken collarbone. And I got to tell you, in the first half, and I'll cut him a little slack here, I thought he looked just bad in the first half. 2 uncharacteristic off-target interceptions in the first half. But in the second half, he began to at least look like that bad man. But did the Chicago Bears ever help him? On the 4th and 8th play for the touchdown, what was Chris Conte of the Bears, their safety, what was he thinking, Stephen A. Smith? Because it sure looked like everybody got the message to play man-to-man except Chris Conte, who was playing zone. So Aaron Rodgers looks for his first option, Jordy Nelson. He's tightly covered in man-to-man. Gets a sweet little cut block from his fullback, steps outside the pocket, and wait a second. Chris Conte let Randall Cobb just run right by him. Nobody's back there with Randall Cobb. And Aaron Rodgers was able to just flip a little pop fly of a pass up in the air. Seemed like it stayed up there for 5 minutes. Came down like a punt to little Cobb, who walked in for the touchdown. And that's it. And come on, don't get me started on all the other Bears blunders. How they let the Boykin kid just pick up an Aaron Rodgers fumble that was clearly still a live ball and just walk in the second quarter for a touchdown. And how Chris Conte, early fourth quarter, let an interception go right through his hands that Corliss caught. What was that all about? What was the Alshon Jeffrey drop all about on 3rd and 17 with about 6.5 minutes left? Hits him right in the hands up the sideline. Would have at least been a field goal at 28-27. He dropped it. And what was my man Brandon Marshall doing on that last-ditch drive? He's got a pass that hits him in the hands, and he drops it at about the, 26-yard line, which would have given Cutler at least one real reasonable shot at the end zone on the last second pass. Man, I don't know, but it was Merry Christmas all over for you and your Packers, Stephen A. Smith.
He's a bad man. I tried. Look, man, what you had, Skip. What was? Well, first of all, no. Skip. In all fairness, I know you hate admitting when you're wrong or whatever, but believe it or not, you're not wrong here. You got to remember what you said. If Aaron Rodgers plays, Green Bay's winning. We didn't know Aaron Rodgers was going to be playing when we made our predictions. So you see, you weren't wrong. I'm here for you, Skip. I'm here for you.
No, I didn't say I was wrong.
You would not.
That wasn't the question.
You would not.
The question was, did he win or did they blow it? They blew it.
Well, allow me to finish. You would not have picked Chicago. You would not have thought they'd blown it if you knew Aaron Rodgers was going to play, because you would have known what I've been telling you all along. He's such a bad man that he finds a way to make a play. Now, granted, you got Connie. He definitely was. Somebody did forget. He must have forgot to be in man coverage, but I think they anticipated that they had Aaron Rodgers wrapped up. Then he spent out of the pocket, got loose, and then he unleashed that bomb to Cobb. But let's also give credit where credit is due. They were running the ball. They ran the ball effectively. But more importantly than that, Chicago's offense, this juggernaut, where were they, Skip? I'm looking at Brandon Marshall, 6 receptions, 74 yards, not bad, but nothing earth-shattering. Alshon Jeffrey, you talked about the drop pass. 3 receptions, 80 yards. I expected more from him. Jay Cutler, just 226 yards passing in a contract year after you had been out, after you worked off the rust a couple of years ago. Chicago's defense, to me, even though they dropped the ball on that particular play, they weren't as god-awful as I've seen them be in the past. They were in this game. They kept this offense in this game. This offense which should have been able to do something, especially considering the way Forte was playing, because he showed up yesterday. But as far as I'm concerned, again, it's not like Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey had bad games. You just expected them to have a better game than what they had. But in the end, what it comes down to is, Trestman and these boys put so much emphasis on their offense. They neglected and negated their defense, even though their defense dropped the ball on that last play. As far as I'm concerned, I dare say, Skip, I make the argument that they overachieved. They played better than I thought they'd play yesterday. To me, it was about Chicago's offense not showing up. So I tend to agree with you to some degree. But in the end, Aaron Rodgers making that play, doing what superstar ballers do, was what sealed the deal. So because of that play by Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to say Green Bay won it as opposed to Chicago losing it.
Stephen A., obviously, Clay Matthews couldn't even play for the Packers. So Jay Cutler and company should have had their way more than they did. Even though I look at the stats here, and in just QBR for this game, Jay Cutler had a much better QBR. He was at 88.8 to Rodgers' 57.7. But you disagreed with me on this. I said that under Josh McCown, they played more efficient, winning kind of football than they have under Jay Cutler. I love Jay Cutler, Vanderbilt's own Jay Cutler. I would go with him for the long term. I would not have stuck with him for the short term. And I thought yesterday, even though Cutler played efficiently, even though Jay Cutler didn't make the usual stupid mistake that cost the Bears the game, they still did not play winning football around Jay Cutler. So I'm sorry, I still stick by what I said. Josh McCown would have given them a little better chance as a team to win that game yesterday.